It's like they're trying to do everything they can while they have flair. They're going to try and get all the classic storylines, the Four Horsemen, the protege angles, anything they can do to get their guys over is, I suppose, the reason why you spend money on flair. You're doing it so you can bring those things back, and not only the huge star power that it would bring. I think for wrestling fans, I mean, do mainstream audiences know the name? I suppose they do if they were classic fans, and I think maybe stateside that's probably the case. But would they know him more than a Hulk Hogan? Well, they've got both of them now, so I often wonder what's been going wrong. I haven't really enjoyed the show since it left Monday nights. I mean, it had that sort of excitement and vibe when you knew it was live.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it, and I totally agree with you. You can definitely even sense it and see it. I think there's no feel of excitement. There's no. I think even when they came on the air as Taz and TNA calling the first match, there was always, with the Monday ones, there was always that sense of, here we go, we're in for a crazy 2 hours, and you could see that it was chaos and cameras going from A to B and having to cut some of the segments short towards the end of the show, and a little bit messy and a little bit throwing too much shit at the wall to see what's kind of stuck or whatever. But now it's just kind of slipped back a little bit, and it just doesn't have that kind of excitement, I think, for the last couple of weeks as it had.
No, it's suffering, and I'm now going to wonder what's going to happen in terms of contracts that have been signed. Is it possible that a Hogan or Bischoff have got it in their contract that they can get out early if they feel like it's going badly? I mean, does Bischoff really want to be on another sinking ship? I don't think he'd have signed a contract without ensuring that that's not going to happen. So it's not a case of they're going to keep him on the ship as it's sinking, if it sinks, but I'm sure he's got a chance to get out. So when will that happen? I mean, when it was first announced about Hogan and it was unclear when he was coming, things happened pretty quickly and he was there within weeks. So I think if they're going to pull out, if they're going to leave the territory, they're probably going to do it within a short period of time. It's not going to be something we're going to see some sort of exit angle for. But like you say, it's been a different show on a Thursday night, and I just don't see why they didn't keep it live on a Thursday.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I think their whole reason was probably to be, it was the Monday Night Wars. Well, we won't call it a war, but what they attempted was, trying to get back to that excitement of what show are you going to watch, and try to steal the fans directly from Raw and the viewership or whatever. But what I was thinking is, if Heyman does come in, how much more can he bring to it? I mean, they are fairly risky as it is with, your OJ and a lot of other stuff. They still got the blood, the chair shots, some of the references. It's certainly not very PG minded, but what does he have to do, or what can he bring, or what else to step it up? I mean, I genuinely don't think there's a whole lot much more he can do.
Yeah, it has to be said. I mean, they've pulled out all the stops now, haven't they? They've tried the Hogan, they've tried the Monday Night Live, they've had step-by-step new things happening for years. I mean, things like moving to Spike TV, going HD, signing all these big names, the Christians, the Kurt Angles, but it's all been good in the sense that it's built their name and it's brought more fans. But has it taken them out of that cult status bracket? Are they anything more than a cult show with a certain amount of fans, but not really any mainstream fans? Maybe they need to be shown on MTV.
Yeah, and say another thing that I kind of noticed this week is watching the Impact Zone, and some of those fans that you have, those kind of hardcore ones, are there every week, but on the first tier back on the balcony, it just seems to be kind of young girls basically, and a whole bunch of them, like they were placed there, put them on the camera side, but looking at them, none of them really have a notion what's going on, and are they just casual people in that theme park getting the free tickets going in. How many people in that Impact Zone are legit wrestling fans, and how many of them are casual people on their holidays? Oh, let's go and see this crazy wrestling thing, we got free tickets. And then you go, you know, I mean, if you took it outside of that theme park and put it somewhere that wasn't in a theme park, what the vibe would be.